Hey Patreon, it's Question Girl. Or maybe I'm Cooking Girl today. You're with me here in the kitchen. You've already seen me kind of transition with the YouTube video on how to kill the bugs and stuff. So this is what I was doing on the stove a little bit, was getting ready to do an intro video with you all on meeting that request per David W, which is, hey, Erin's a pretty good cook. Maybe she should cook something. So today I'm going to be making you one of my famous dishes, which is cheesy potatoes. And today I'm taking a little bit of a spin on it, and I'm doing cheesy ranch potatoes. So in Kansas City, there is one of my favorite barbecue restaurants, and it's Jack Stack. Now, Jack Stack, when you go, people will tell you, get the burnt ends, get the ribs, get the cheesy corn. One of the most overlooked items on the menu is the cheesy potatoes. So here's what I'm going to go ahead and start with. I have 2.5 pounds of new potatoes. I've already sliced them. If you don't have a mandolin in your kitchen, you might be thinking mandolin like a guitar. No, I'm talking a mandolin like the slicing. You got to be careful so that you don't slice off your fingers. But you get a really nice cut on your potatoes that's nice and thin. So it makes great sliced potatoes and scalloped potato dishes. If you don't have that, just do a thin cut. And then you're going to take 1 cup of cheese sauce. You can use Cheese Whiz. I personally prefer to make my own cheese sauce. So this is the cheese sauce that was going on the stove prior to me kind of pulling it off to do the segment. To do my cheese sauce, I do quarter cup, a half and half, 4 tablespoons of flour, put it on there. You make a nice roux. Pull it off after it's come to medium heat and made a paste. I add 3/4 of a cup and half a half, and then I add a half cup of cheddar cheese, and voila, you got this gorgeous thing. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and take 2.5 cups of half and half. And for me today, to go ahead and make it cheesy ranch potatoes, I have 4 tablespoons of powdered Hidden Valley Ranch dip. You can tell that I'm like, whoa. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dump it in. And then I'm going to go ahead and whisk it up. That's right. In my kitchen, I'm going to use the same whisk that was just in my cheese sauce, because this old boy is going to get poured right in there to the cheese sauce. So I'm going to whisk it up. Kind of looks like ranch, a real milky version of it. I'm just going to slowly pour and whisk it in. I'm going to wait for my camera boy over here, Mr. Matt. He's going to come in close and he's going to see, okay, so that cheese sauce is now like a cheesy milky mixture. To that, I'm going to add probably a good helping. This is easily probably about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of minced garlic. I'm lazy and I just buy the giant thing at Sam's Club. So there you go. You get the Sam's Club shortcut, because let's be honest, I might be a good cook, but I'm also a full-time teacher and I try to run the house when Matt's not running the house. So it's a pretty busy place over here. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my Parmesan cheese. That's right. You can use freshly grated, or if you're, again, like Question Girl, why use freshly grated if you have a giant version of the Kraft in a jar? So I took 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. It's been measured out. I'm going to go ahead and just dump it in. Whisk it all up. Now, one of our restaurants here in Manhattan is Power Cat Grill. I love that place. If you ever go to Power Cat Grill, you need to have our server that we get every single time that we go there. His name's Brian. No, what's it? Oh, gee, it's not coming to me at the moment. So I have Kevin. It's Kevin. And Kevin is my absolute favorite server there at Power Cat Grill. Kevin treats me right. Now, at Power Cat, Kevin and I like to play roulette with what I order. And Kevin is the one who really got me started on our version of cheesy potatoes that we have here in Manhattan. They're not made with ranch dip there. They use seasoning salt for theirs. I'm going to go ahead and take my 2.5 pounds. I'm going to dump it into the big bowl. Get all those good guys out. Then I'm going to go ahead and dump it all in. Oh, babe, you need to see this. This is beautiful. Why step away when you can see this gorgeous cheese sauce goodness just going over? Oh, yeah. You might be thinking, No thank you, I'm lactose intolerant. I'm very sorry for those of you out there who do not have the ability to enjoy cheese like the rest of us. I do like me some cheese. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I have a cup of Colby Jack already shredded. I'm gonna go ahead and just sprinkle it all in. I'm gonna loosely toss. Now our cheesy potatoes that you get here in Manhattan at Power Cat, they do them loaded style. So when this comes out of the oven, I'm gonna show you a way to do loaded cheesy potatoes. When they load them, they put a lovely dollop of sour cream on top and bacon bits. So I have some lovely sour cream and bacon bits that we will put on top to mimic how they're served here in Manhattan. If you go to Kansas City, they will not be served loaded style. So I'm gonna go ahead and take our trusty 9x13 pan. This beautiful beast is left over from Matt's bachelor days. It does have a lovely layer of rust on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just slather butter all over it so that he doesn't taste the rust and he doesn't know that he still is arrested. Oh man, ooh, don't show my husband. And so then I'm gonna go ahead and just slather butter all over this thing because let's be honest, butter makes it better. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pour, pour, pour. Whole thing gets dumped in. I'm gonna use that spatula to scrape off all that goodness. You don't want anything to go to waste here. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and smooth it out. Baby, you gotta get a close-up of this. This is good looking stuff. All right, so this is gonna bake in the oven, 375 for an hour and 45 minutes. That also needs to make sure that you have a layer of foil over the top because you're gonna get a nice scalloping top to this thing. You don't wanna miss out and not get a good crust. So the first hour and 45 minutes will have a layer of foil. The next, I'm gonna find my foil and then get back to putting the foil on this. And then the next 30 minutes, you're gonna remove the foil and let it get a nice crisp to it. So we're gonna go ahead and through the magic of the internet and filming at home, we're gonna go ahead and take a time out. Okay, so we have had the cheesy potatoes in there for an hour. And then after an hour, I removed my foil covering and they've been in there for another 25 minutes. And as you can see, they look amazing. So initially earlier I had said an hour and 45, but truthfully it's only an hour and 30 minutes. And in case you're like me and you didn't have foil, something that you can do to help is I just took one of my nonstick mats, laid it over the top to do my baking, and then I removed it after that hour. After that hour, the goal is to get that crisp that you see kind of up on the top. Now I don't have sour cream, but I do have bacon. So if Matt really wanted bacon, I would dish this up to him and he would get some bacon on it. And this is my typical like barbecue night for us when we have Jack Stack. So I've done a smoked chicken in the smoker, just came out. I have my Jack Stack barbecue sauce and I have Brussels sprouts still going in the oven and I'm gonna have the Brussels sprouts. Matt won't eat them, but I love them. So there we go, Patreon. That is a Kansas City and Question Girl original. Thanks for joining me tonight.
All right, guys, let us know when you get a chance how you like the Question Girl cooking episodes. If you like them, I think she'd be willing to do an extra video occasionally on cooking. You can have a Cooking with Question Girl segment. Could you do it monthly?
Yeah.
She could do one monthly if you guys like it. If you're like, hey guys, just stick to snakes and reptiles, tell us that too. Yeah. All right, you gotta exit us.
Thanks for coming.
And?
Eat up. I don't know. I don't have a sign off. Fill your belly with some good food. Then you can rub it later, but it's not your snake.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
She's struggling. It's like Ybra's running. Because right now she's like, I have a fish out of water, and this is not good.
I don't know what to tell you.
How
So
about you just say,
why don't we do this? Patreon, why don't you help me come up with a sign-off then?
or
Because I don't have one.
you can just go, hey, Patreon. Thanks
Patreon,
for watching. We love you guys.
this
Each and
is
every one of you. See you next
Better
week.
than balls.
We're going out.